So you want big fish. But big fish come with big price tags. I know. I'm gonna get them little and I'm gonna wait till they grow out. But who got the patience for that? You got a big tank and you got itty bitty little fish. You can't wait. I'm gonna teach you how to take your itty bitty little fish into a big fish quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm about to learn you.
Why so serious?
So I'm out here at the green swamp. It's all swampy. It's just so swampy. All right, so I'm gonna be showing you how I grow out my electric blue Jack Dempsey's really, really fast. I have been doing it for a couple of weeks now. I'm seeing a whole lot of progress and I'm gonna show you how to do it. This is not hard to do. It's really only 2 damn steps, right? Just 2 steps, 2 easy steps to get this done. Yo, I took a step back. Look, it was almost a wrap for me. Aquafunk was almost done in. I would have fell in this water. I would have got tangled up in all that grass and stuff. All that, and then an alligator take a big wet bite out of my ass. That'd be done. No more Aquafunk. That be that. I'm on my way home because it's starting to get hot. Bridges are falling apart on me. And I'm gonna show you how I do my jack. I'm gonna show you how this get done. I feel like I hear banjos. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here alone. Like if something were to happen to me, would nobody know? In this day and age of racial tension, I don't know if this is the smartest place to be. I'm gonna turn these itty bitty little fish into big old Mac Daddy fish real fast. Okay, so a little bit over a month ago or so, I bought me 45 itty bitty teeny weeny Jack Dempseys, less than 1 inch long. Some of them, half an inch long. And over the course of over a little bit of time, a little bit over a month, some of them have tripled. Some of them have quadrupled. So here's the plan. And there's really 2 steps to the plan. It's real easy to do. They go hand in hand. You can't do one or the other. You have to do both to get this right. Like I said, I've done it. Proof is in the pudding. The first step is water changes. A lot of water changes. I do daily water changes of about 15 gallons. On this particular tank, it's like a 40. It's a weird, odd-shaped tank. It's tall. It's like a 40 tall, 38 or something like that. But I just don't do 15 gallons of regular water. I do 15 gallons of aged water. Now, when I say aged water, I'm just saying water that has been sitting for 24 hours or better. So what I do is I got me 3 of these, right? Or if you had a trash can that you like some people like to go buy those trash cans. You could do it out of those, the big Rubbermaid ones. So I got 3 of these, and what I do is I drop an air stone. Well, I fill in with water. I put my chlorine remover. My aquarium is very important to do that. I fill this up with water, right? Now, because I'm doing a lot, I want to keep them good, so I put aquarium salt in it. And is this a shameless plug? Yes. Can you use any aquarium salt? Yes. Does it work better if you buy my aquarium salt? No. But I do have aquarium salt, 2 pounds for like $5 on aquatics.com. Go check it out. And the reason why I put salt, a little bit of salt in every one of them, is because I'm doing so many water changes. As you remove water with salt in it, you have to replace it. So that's why I do it. I don't put a whole lot of salt. I just put a little bit just to pickle the water a little bit. And I drop an air stone in there so that it is nice and, what's the word I'm looking for? Aerated, the high oxygenated water. So I let 3 of these sit overnight. Then I remove 15 gallons of water because these are 5 gallons each. And then I replace it. Now, if you are somewhere where your temperature of your tank and the temperature of the outside ambient air is drastically different, then you're going to want to put a heater in each one of these to match the temperature of your aquarium. I don't have a large thing, so this water is slightly cooler, but you're doing partial water changes, right? You're not doing humongous water changes, so your fish will be all right. I had this at 85 degrees. I had these guys at 85 degrees because the high temperature does speed up their metabolism and it does help them grow faster. So 85 degrees is the water. Partial water changes every day is mandatory because you are going to be power feeding them. Now, when you power feed your fish, you're feeding them an incredibly a lot amount of food in a short period of time so that their body can grow faster. Not just any food though. Not just any food. You need to get food that's high in protein. I like to take it a little step further by using, okay, I know this is a shameless plug again, but I like to use my AquaFunk Pro Mix. It's a food that I didn't create. I didn't make this food. It's just food that I can buy and sell in bulk that I co-sign. If you go on the internet, if you go on the website, you'll see what it says. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but it's high in protein and it has probiotics, which helps their guts, right? So I go a little step further and I add in spirulina and some krill color pellets. All this stuff in there kind of makes a mix of different ingredients and stuff like that, so that I'm not just feeding them straight protein. You know, like a lot of people be like, oh, just feed them brine shrimp and bloodworms and that's it. Will they grow fast? Yes, they will, but they're gonna be missing a lot of essential nutrients and vitamins that other foods can provide. That's how come I like the Pro Mix. The Pro Mix has a bunch of stuff in there and it's high in protein with probiotics. So that's what I've been feeding them. Occasionally, probably 3 days a week, I'll put bloodworms or I'll put brine shrimp in there. I'll even get a regular shrimp that I feed my Fajaka puffers, mash it up to like a paste, throw it in there so that they can easily grab it and digest it. They don't have to pull at it too much. But basically, I'm feeding them a lot of protein plus, but I don't feed them so much that they engorge themselves immediately at that particular point in time, because I want to feed them 3 times in a row that day, 3 times that day. So I feed them enough to get full, but not enough that there's extra food just laying around at the bottom of the aquarium not being eaten. They can eat a lot, but there is a point that they're just like, oh, I can't eat no more. You do that 3 times a day, your water's gonna get disgusting. But being that I'm power feeding them and I am feeding them 3 times a day, a lot of food. You want to keep them hungry for the next meal is what you want to do. You want to feed them a lot of food, but you want to make sure that in a couple of hours they'll be hungry enough to do it all again. And that's a balancing act that I cannot tell you. I cannot give you a formula for that. You're gonna have to come up with that on your own. Different fish, different tanks, different types of food. They're all different variables. So just remember, you want to feed them a lot that they get full, but in a couple hours, they'll be ready to eat again. And with fish and cichlids, it's not hard to do, especially with these fish growing. They have a lot, they burn a lot of energy. So with that high metabolism at 85 degrees, they burn a lot of energy and they should be ready for the next feeding. Now, with all that extra food, all that mass amounts of food, protein that you're feeding them, they're gonna doo-doo, plop, take dumps. And that's why you cannot do this power feeding method without being very, very strict on your water changes. You're gonna wanna test your water regularly, right? I use this one because I tested it against liquids and it pretty much came out generally accurate. You wanna make sure that you don't have an ammonia or nitrite spike, and you wanna keep your nitrates down as low as possible. I got to address the big fat electric blue elephant in the room. Hormonies. Since I've been in this, doing this fish keeping thing for going on over 25 years, the whole thing of hormones has always been a factor that people have talked about. And here's the idea, what I'm getting at. Fish, when they are babies, they put out a hormone that stunts other fish's growth. So if you have them in an aquarium and you have multiple fish, they're all putting out hormones, they're all stunting each other's growth. So they say you need to do water changes to remove those hormones out of the water so that it doesn't stunt their growth. I don't know if that's true or not. I know everybody has heard of it, but I have never met a physiologist that has tested it out and can show me their test. Now, if you know, please email me, aquafunk00@gmail.com. Please, I would love to read that scientific study saying that is true. It's one of those things that they say, right? Regardless of the hormones, because you're power feeding them, you're gonna need to do the water changes. But the simple fact is you don't want that ammonia, because you will have an ammonia, blast, right? Listen, it's just a fact of life, just like in humans. Some fish are gonna grow faster than others. Some fish are gonna grow slower. The bigger fish, and I had to do it with these over here, the bigger Jack Dempseys, you're gonna, whatever cichlid you have, you're gonna have to remove because they're gonna get really territorial. This is time and money that you're spending on these fish, so you're gonna wanna save your investment by switching the fish out. So you're gonna wanna have multiple aquariums as they grow. You're gonna wanna, spread them out. They're not gonna grow the same rate at the same time. The key is being very, very strict on your water changes. Now, I'm in the middle of moving. So, to be honest with you, I've missed a couple of water changes, but don't fret if that happens. Just don't feed them, all right? You do not want to power feed these guys without taking the proper precautions because you will kill them instantly. They will be DED, dead. If that was interesting to you, I got a couple videos here. If you enjoyed the video, please, think about subscribing, leaving a comment, a thumbs up. It's a small gesture on your part, but it's really big for the channel.